Toy Spot. We are having a look at the NECA Toys Gremlins Series 5 patches. Like the other Mogwai pieces, patches here does have posable eyes. I'll show you guys that when we get this out of packaging. Speaking of packaging, it does use the same packaging that I believe was used for all 5 series. Nothing has changed there, but I gotta say for patches at least, maybe not so much Gary, but patches at least, stands out quite nice on the white back card. Back of the package doesn't show any sort of read-up, mind you, but it shows you how the trackball works, not only on patches, but all the other Mogwais. Other Mogwais consist of Penny, Brownie, and Doodah, which I believe might have been from Series 4, and then Series 5, Gary, Patches, and Zoe. Certainly to check out more as well from the folks over at NECA Toys, you can go to www.necaonline.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at Mogwai patches. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Much like Gary, Patches has the same articulation in the trackball eyes. To accomplish that, first you want to pull the tab right out, and then from there you can access the trackball. The trackball controls the eye movement on Patches, gives you a full rotation, as well if you want to have specific eye movement left and right, and then of course up and down. You can accomplish that quite easily as well. Getting it out of the way right off the bat, let's bring in the one that we already had a look at. Let's bring in Gary. You can see how they use the same body, same arms, same legs, and in this case it looks like the ears could be slightly different from one another, so they've probably swapped out, used different ears for those. But then the face is very different. Still love Gary's face, that kind of very squinty, kind of he's up to something face. Patches has a more innocent looking face. And you can see what they've done as well. I mentioned this also with Gary. It's this piece here that really changes the design of the Mogwai, changing this face piece up right here. And you can see how they do get very different from one another, especially when you start incorporating different paint schemes as well. Move him out of the way. I think one thing that I love so much about Patches is the color. Lives up to the name Patches, and I'm not sure if it's a male or a female Mogwai, but I have a cat that has this color scheme. It's a calico cat. So for me, this one resonates, I think, more than some of the other Mogwais we've looked at, just because the color scheme is almost dead on. The black, that brown, and white treatment definitely looks a lot like my cat. This would be what my cat would look like if my cat was a Mogwai. Oh, that'd be so awesome. It also kind of looks a lot like an Ewok too. I'm surprised nobody has incorporated like a hood on a Mogwai and made it look like an Ewok. That would be like the best of both worlds. Despite the fact that it does have individual colors, NECA has also gone in and given them washes. There's a wash on the front there, and they've colored the chest in so that it's not just a stark brown right to the white, stark dark brown. It's more of a dark brown black to the white. They've actually put washes that are kind of transitioning the colors one to the other, and that's a nice touch. It looks also more realistic that way too, versus a big old splotch of white, splotch of black, and the brown. Very successful. But yeah, the ears do look different than Gary's. I'm thinking that a lot of this one is Gizmo, especially the ears. I think this is Gizmo's ears, and they've probably got 2 or 3 different shaped ears that they swap in and out depending on what Mogwai they want to make. When it comes to articulation, old Patches here has the same ball joint in the head, ball joint ears, and with the ears especially too, you can mix and match, not really so much mix and match, but you can change them up too. Whereas if you feel like the Mogwais look too similar, you could have one with the ears more down. Patches here might have the ears completely straight up. Arms are on a ball joint section here, ball joint in the shoulders, ball joint forearms, and hinged hands. As for the legs aren't the easiest And that's not just really for Patches, that's for the other Mogwais too. The legs tend to be a little more difficult to move. In fact, actually Patches, the legs seem to move on Patches a lot easier than some of the other Mogwais. Here we go. Another great outing from the folks over at NECA Toys. Again, they love to produce the Mogwai pieces because there's really not much that they have to retool. If anything, it's just the face piece in a lot of cases that they have to resculpt. So it's a good, safe series to continue to produce. And that's okay with me because I love the Gremlins pieces. I have more Mogwais than I have Gremlins, but I think I have, again, all Series 4, and now I've got, again, Series 5. Just love these pieces. They're small, they're compact, they're posable. They're not super posable, but they're posable where they need to be. And I still really love these pieces. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the NECA Toys Gremlins Mogwais Series 5. We're having a look today at Patches. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.